what brought my some music for entry. Her room.
But you aren't Deirdre.
Your powers of observation are stunning, my lady. Indeed, I am not Deirdre. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am...
The new cook.
Not quite. Firstly, where can I place this meal?
Put me lord's breakfast at the foot of his bed. But, oh, I can't let an unknown person into my chamber. Good God, what will happen to me?
Nothing serious, my lady. In fact, I'm here to help you.
How do you know that I am in need of help? Help from a tall, distinguished man with a very long nose.
My lady, my flair for detection has nothing to do with the size of my nose. As for the help that I intend to provide, it solely concerns the dispute between yourself and Her Majesty.
Oh, don't talk of that. She will no longer speak to me. It's not even my fault.
Well, it's time to talk. Now you can actually hear the talking.
Why does Her Majesty reproach you?
3 days ago, she gave me the lovely dollhouse that you see there. It was made specifically for me by the royal cabinet maker. It's magnificent, isn't it?
Indeed, the little candles in the chandeliers emphasize the lovely coloring of the dolls.
Yesterday, she came to see me in my chamber and noticed that 4 of the dolls were missing from the house. I wasn't even aware, but Deirdre, who had wrapped it, confirmed the fact. These dolls are precious, and Her Majesty, was angry and told me that I didn't take care of the gifts that she gave me. I questioned my staff, my maid and my cook, to no avail. I had them fired and thought that would suffice for Her Majesty, but no.
What the dolls look like?
They look like dolls!
I don't even know. All I know is that there are 4 less boys than girls in the dollhouse.
Goodbye.
Please calm yourself, my lady. I will see what I can do.
Oh, many thanks, sir. Thank you. If you find them, you will be handsomely rewarded. I will prove my gratitude, even if it means...
Save your gratitude for when I have solved the case.
Indeed, save it. Sorry about the cut. I had to make sure I had the microphone configured correctly, because I could not remember. Alright, what we have here? Lovely dollhouse, pointless for now.
Water.
Yes, water. Thank you for saying the obvious. Annoying dog. Let me just check, make sure there's nothing here. I did not expect to. Alright, let's get out of here. And slam the doors. So let's see here. We got one more room over here, so let's take a peek at what's inside.
Closed.
Oh, it's closed. Well, then never mind. Let's see, we talked to Lady Lamonda. Alright, so let us go talk to Deirdre. She's over here. There. Hello, Deirdre. We need to talk.
How can I be of service, sir?
You can tell me about the dollhouse.
Tell me, Deirdre, you were in charge of wrapping the dollhouse that Her Majesty presented to Lady Leomunda. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Alright.
And you swore to Her Majesty that certain dolls were missing. Do you remember which they were?
Not exactly, sir. But I must say that when I recounted the dolls and noticed some were missing, I found that there were much less with ginger hair than before.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you, Deirdre. Goodbye.
Alright, so let's see here. Can we go here? I doubt it, but
Closed.
hey, you never know. You can try again sometimes and it'll be open. So let's see. Let's go back to the Prime Minister and see if he has his new trousers. That's not really why we need to go see him, but it's funny. Oh, go away, go away. I don't like dogs. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Go away. Get in here. Slam the door, Holmes. Slam the door. Boom. Get through that.
Thank you for the new pants, Chauncey. Holmes, my glasses, if you would. Are you finished with them, and were they of any use?
Here they are, sir. Indeed, I needed them to prepare a rather horrid mixture which is adored by the most temperamental lodger in the palace.
If the Prime Minister will permit, I would like to thank Mr. Holmes for saving us from Lord Robilar's wrath. If Mr. Holmes would happen to remember the ingredients for the mixture...
Truly, Holmes, I owe you my thanks. I had more than enough of listening to the howls of that However, I knew him as a pup. He was very gentle, nothing like the tyrant that he has become.
What provoked this change of temperament?
I haven't the least idea. Chauncey?
It seems to me that the fluctuations in my lord's mood began 3 years ago,
Dang.
after a visit of my lady's nephew, the young Lord Gwenders of Crudel.
Ah, yes, that angelic little redhead.
What happened at the time?
My lady was so happy to see her nephew that she ignored my lord during the week that Lord Gwenders was here. My lord roamed alone from room to room, he who was so used to having my lady's complete attention. And the day came when...
I remember. The yappy little thing was completely out of hand. Or rather, out of paw. Trying to separate Lady Leomunda from her dear nephew. Without success.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question for Mr. Chauncey. Tell me, my friend, did you notice Lord Robilar engaging in any strange behaviour in the past 3 days?
Other than the Prime Minister's pants, nothing more than usual, sir. But I don't notice everything.
You're a failure. We should fire you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Alright, so... now that we've talked to them, let's go talk to more people. What are you doing there? Slam the door. You're gonna get crushed if you don't move. Oh, wait for him to move. Nuts.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I'm aware that you are on duty, but I am on a special assignment in the service of Lady Leomunda. She entrusted me with a specific investigation, and I must question you both. Please note, in the case of a successful outcome, she has promised her gratitude to all those who have helped. She specifically mentioned that her gratitude would extend to...
At your service, sir. At your service, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen. I do believe that Lady Leomunda's companion, the pint-sized Lord Robilar, has access to all of the rooms and halls of the palace. Now, would you have seen him acting erratically these last few days? Say, in the past 3 days?
Yesterday, my lord piddled in my boots.
No, I was referring to events clearly out of the ordinary.
The day before yesterday, while we were on duty, my lord was rummaging about behind this suit of armour. When I bent over to see what he'd found, my bearskin fell, and my lord attacked it, and near tore it to pieces.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Yes, you've been very useless. Alright, not really. Let's see what we got
This
here.
hole is dark and seems quite deep. I must find a way to see what's inside.
Pull.
This hole is dark.
Oh, you want light? Do I have to go find light? Don't tell me I have to go find light. Alright.
This may prove to be useful.
Will you let me use this to get inside?
This hole is
No, of
dark
course
and...
not. We really need to find a source of light. Okay. Well, let's go to the obvious place. Grab something to see inside from the dollhouse. That's always how you see inside tiny holes, isn't it? I forget. Do we have a map of this place? No, we don't. That's fine, because this is actually one of the smaller areas of the game. No complaints from me. Alright, so we got a candle. It's kind of dangerous to put candles in a dollhouse, to be honest. Hey, you! Stay here, Lady Leomunda. I don't want to deal with you. Stay. Good dog. I better not see you roaming the halls again. Alright, let's see here.
I need something. This hole is dark and seems quite deep. I must find a way to see what's inside.
Alright, so let's pull her out.
I need something. I need something.
Good riddance. Whoa.
I think I can make out the reflection of a porcelain face. This bear could be useful, but in order to recover the doll without damage, I would have to bend the end to form a hook.
Fine. Apparently not that way. Well, let's see here. Hang on. Alright, so let's see here. Put the pike on display, it says, and let's go talk to Chansey. Back to the White Room. Where did you come from? You were back in Lady Amunda's room. Get through that.
Excuse me, would there be a clamp hereabouts?
Hold on. It just so happens that my cousin, one of the royal plumbers, came here yesterday to take care of Lady Leamunda's pipes, and he forgot one.
Lady Leamunda's pipes?
I meant to say the plumbing of the bathtub in Lady Leamunda's room, sir.
Yeah, okay.
What's wrong with the bathtub?
It no longer drains, sir. Normally the water drains in no time once the stopper is removed. In fact, with the force of the water, there are occasionally a few pink bubbles or even some hair that rise into the kitchen sink.
Okay.
Do you know when your cousin will return?
He said it will take 2 days in order to insert a custom-built auger to unclog the pipe, sir. My lady's maid told him that she saw my lord coming out of the empty bathtub. He would only have left 1 or 2 long hairs, if any.
Unless it was something else.
Well.
Thank you, Chauncey.
My pleasure, sir.
Alright, what we got? Just so we can open the pike. Perfect. Now let's go.
think that my little lord picked up the scent of the robber and wanted to warn me. I was so blind. Oh, my sweet lovey-dovey.
Indeed, that is one possibility.
Well, I seem to remember Lord rummaging in the garment chest that you see over there in the corner. He isn't supposed to go near it, as it contains ceremonial garments that I never wear, and it is very dusty. In addition, only my personal maid is capable of opening it, and that's in order to air it out from time to time, but I dismissed her.
Why is it complicated to open?
I decorated it myself, but it dates from Henry VIII, you know. He of the cupbearers, the maniac for security, blah, blah, blah. If you try to open it, don't ruin it, please.
I promise, my lady.
Goodbye.
Thank you. I must leave you, my lady.
My door and everything else will be open to you.
We'll decline that offer. Alright.
One must insert a star here to unlock the opening mechanism.
Alright, let's see here.
This piece is actually a puzzle, and all the pieces detach easily.
Alright, so let's put them on the puzzle right here, and looks like we're gonna end the episode on the puzzle.
One must insert a star here to unlock the opening mechanism.
Holy, holy, holy. I forgot about this. Oh, wait. Is that really how it works? You click the pieces. You want to put on and the puzzle inserts them for you? Well, I will certainly not complain. Especially since that means all I have to do is look at the picture here on the notes. And see which ones are missing. And if the pieces are not missing, that means I have to click on them. And if I have to click on them... Come on, thank you. That means I must go into the star somehow. Go. Nope, that's not it. Let's see, one more piece. No, not you. You. Elementary.
Elementary.
Now let me check the time. Only 25 minutes? It feels like a lot longer. Maybe because I'm pressed for time and I'm also kinda hungry and thirsty and all that. No, not that. This. There we go. We'll time 5 more minutes. Alright. Now then, we got 4 dolls, so... Lady Leamonda!
Why, these are my dolls.
Indeed, my lady, here they are. 2 are somewhat damp, but they are all completely intact. In the future, for their own safety, put them up high or lock them up. You should also consider rehiring your servants, as they weren't to blame for the dolls.
Thank you, sir. You are a savior. How can I ever repay you?
There is a way. You can use your influence with Her Majesty to ensure an audience for myself as soon as possible. Here's my card.
Certainly, sir. I will go straight away to beg her pardon, and I propose that you return this evening. That will give me enough time to improve her mood and deign to receive you.
Many thanks, my lady.
Later?
Surely you aren't telling me that you had to rummage through a waste bin in order to find the leftovers from an infernal...
My lord, my dear Watson, within these walls you must say my lord.
I wonder if you aren't mocking me, Holmes. I find it hard to believe that Her Majesty enjoys living in an environment so queer.
What do you know of our work, Watson? What do we really know?
Mr. Holmes, the Prime Minister is in the White Room on your right, at the end of the hall. His orders were that you should be shown in immediately.
Alright, back to the White Room. And then we can can't reach it from here.
Good evening, gentlemen. Well done yet again, Holmes. The reconciliation between Her Majesty and Lady Leamunda has had a wonderful effect, and we should be received momentarily.
Alrighty.
Is Her Majesty safe?
She is in her chamber, and the palace as well as the gardens are crawling with guards. Did you notice all of the checkpoints on the way here? An army couldn't get to her.
Goodbye.
You'll have to excuse me for a moment.
To do what? Alrighty. Oh, I guess we didn't do something real quickly, because we're supposed to look at something. Like
The
this.
rug was wet in a number of spots. I don't recall having wet it while empty in the bath.
There's another one.
The rug was wet in a number of spots. I don't recall having wet it while empty in the bath.
That's what we need to look at that, apparently. Thank you for moving. What's it? Ah! That was kind of funny.
Her Majesty and yourself are finally reconciled?
Ah, yes. And all thanks to you. I explained to her that you desired an audience and she has granted your request. She will receive you and the Prime Minister, but she will not tarry by calling for Chauncey to fetch you.
Very good.
Has something come up, Holmes?
Apparently not.
Can you assist me, my good man?
Does his lordship wish to inspect another refuse bin?
Ha ha ha. No.
Why is the carpet in the hall wet?
On account of a gift that Her Majesty received from Lady Leamunda, it was soaked and water was dripping from it for the duration of its carriage.
What did it consist of?
I haven't the least idea. The object was wrapped.
Goodbye.
Thank you, Chauncey.
Lady Leamunda?
Forgive me, my lady, but I just learned that you offered a gift to Her Majesty.
Yes, I wanted to present Her Majesty with a gift to thank her for the dollhouse. But what a tragedy. It mustn't work any longer. Those nitwit workers dropped it in the moat and had the dickens of a time getting it out. They were so endearing that I couldn't be angry. And it's true that it's quite heavy.
The gift.
If you would tell me, my lady, what is the nature of the gift that you presented to Her Majesty?
Well, it's a very rare piece, but I have to admit I don't know much about it. I enjoy frequenting the shops, and a very lovely antiquarian approached me and drew my attention to this masterpiece, as he called it. Oh, he knew what he was talking about, and his manners were so...
But the masterpiece, what was it exactly, my lady?
Well, as Her Majesty's watch was broken, I wanted to give her something to tell the time. Thus, I bought her this clock which she gladly took to her chamber. You know, a French grandfather clock. Pontoise, or was it Comptoise? The antique dealer said it was made by one of the originators of the genre, the Paillet brothers.
Wait, my lady, that name suggests something to me. Could it be...
Mayette?
Mayette?
Yes, that's it. How did you know?
Watson, Prime Minister, quick, sound the alarm. Lupin is in the Queen's chamber. Watson, Prime Minister, quick, sound the alarm. Lupin is in the Queen's chamber.
What made me accept this infernal contraption? Tomorrow I will have it carved yourself into kindling for the fire.
If Her Majesty will permit, I would rather avoid risking death yet again in what Her Majesty calls this infernal contraption. I was able to hold my breath long enough to avoid drowning, but that wouldn't help me against...
The hangman?
Your Majesty understands well. My fate is entirely in your hands, like so many others. My intentions are not hostile. In fact, they are quite the contrary.
They are what, then?
Many times I have found myself in a similar situation, and the words came naturally, because they flow from my spirit, which has fain been called poetic, lyric, and imaginative. Words. Nothing but words and rhetoric, often to an end above reproach. I stand before you, after having risked my life and still risking it in what I had until now only considered a game. The words won't come to me because the game is over. The words that I should say to you won't come because they are buried deep. These fragile words that are frightened of emerging, these words that come from the heart. Words that I know I owe you, Your Majesty. My queen. My love.
Believe me, madame, if I was to steal something, it would only be a kiss.
You won't be stealing anything. I will give you a kiss willingly.
Open up, Your Majesty!
Is all well, Your Grace?
Break down the door!
Your subjects are there. And so ends my gallant game, and with them, my life. But these precious seconds are the lifetime. Show them, Arsene, how a French gentleman in love behaves.
And continue to amuse yourself.
Your Majesty, are you going to...
Hush up, you impudent plodders. Who do you think you are to speak in my presence without having been asked? Look at you, a bunch of incompetents, covered in titles and stripes. You are supposed to guarantee my safety and that of England, which amounts to the same thing. In the end, I had to defend the place myself.
But, Your Majesty...
Suffice. Even the most compassionate of monarchs cannot be permitted to excuse the vermin. Chauncey, have the royal luggage prepared. We will withdraw to Windsor presently. Leomunda, you will accompany me. And you, silence this bell before I have an overwhelming urge to decapitate it.
You and I, Lupin.
Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes vs. Arsene Lupin. Well, that was just lovely what we just saw right there. So now we gotta we gotta get going. We gotta be in a hurry. We gotta go after Lupin. So pull the lever, Kronk.
Elementary. This is how Lupin vanished.
Alright, so let's go chase after Lupin.
Here I am in the cellar of Buckingham Palace. All of these odds and ends must represent what remains of the sumptuous gifts given to the crown throughout centuries.
Alright, so...
Lupin must have hooked the lock, but it closed behind him. This grill isn't in good condition. Will it yield through force? Lupin must have hooked the lock.
Okay, I didn't know.
Nothing special here.
Alright, fine, nothing special there. Well, this part of the game is rather long chase scene.
The wood of this statue is intact. It must be quite heavy, but it's possible to lift it slightly.
Ah. Okay. And let's see, that's to leave. We don't want to leave.
Nothing special here.
Alright.
The ground here is slightly sloped.
Alrighty, so let's see here what we got here.
This organ is dilapidated, but the steel tubes are made of a resistant metal. None were damaged in the fall, and they haven't oxidized over time.
Let's take these too, just for the heck of it. Oh good, you don't repeat your lecture. Sometimes he repeats his lecture. I was just trying something.
The wood of this statue is intact.
I don't care. We need these. There we go. And let's put some over here. Come on.
You and I, Lupin.
Whee!
It's done now, but Lupin knows that someone is after him now.
Yep, and who better than Sherlock Holmes?
Lupin, he's there.
Quickly. This would be more intense, but they didn't put very intense
These
music.
shanks are from the lock. Lupin must have thrown them down after closing this door again.
Anything
This
special
grill
here?
is closed, and there's no hope to force it open as it's in such good condition.
Well, that's just peachy. And then you get the that's just peachy music right there. Oh well. Nothing special here. Fortunately, this
The
puzzle's
opening
not timed.
mechanism of this grill seems to be quite sophisticated.
Great, I don't have time for a puzzle! But I will solve it. Because I have no choice. You really have to hold that? Okay, fine. There we go. Let's see here. A bit like that, and then like that, I guess. Okay. Alright, next piece goes about right there. Ooh, spins fast. Right there. Then right there. I love the music. I don't typically listen to classical music, but what I do, it's good classical music like this. There we go. Right here. And if all goes well, open sesame. Run! Go! What perfect timing. No, pull the lever, Kronk. Right, run in.
All of these objects are ancient. They must be from the Norman era.
Let's see here. Interest. Yep, right here. These chains.
I need something.
No, it's not bagpipes now. It's whatever this thing is now.
I need something.
No, it's not that thing now. Well, let's see. Why don't we read? Oh, I guess we need to combine this real quickly. Bagpipe of darts! Let's see here.
This may prove to be useful.
Okay, is that enough to get up here now? Yes, it is!
I came down a level. I must find a way to get back up.
Whoa, that was a bit dizzier than I expected.
I came down a level. I must...
Hang on.
With this system, I can see how the rope is attached.
Hey, there we are! What about that?
I need something.
I think that was off. Oh, it worked!
Open.
Perfect. And it's another note, I'll betcha.
A new message. What now?
Holmes! I must hastily scribble these few words as I hear you behind me, and the seconds are precious. Our gaming is nearing the end, and while I thought that I would have to throw in the towel, I was dissuaded and am eluding you again. There's one more feat to accomplish, which to me is but child's play. The event will have a cataclysmic event, and only you can prevent it. I must give you a hint according to the rules of our game. I entered through stone walls by first entering through wooden walls. Today, entering building was... It's like both of these places at the same time, and time will stop.
Her Majesty is nevertheless safe. It wasn't without difficulty, but I managed to get her to accept a triple retinue. It's strange, but something has changed in her since this incident. After her understandable anger, she seemed incredibly serene, even playful. I've never seen her like that. When I left her, she was dreamy. Regardless, nothing happened to her, and that's all that matters to us. I have placed an additional 12 of our best agents amongst the staff at her country residence. My goodness! Intruding into Buckingham Palace like that! That Frenchman isn't lacking in daring, and all for nothing, it would appear.
How is that? Lupin went through all that trouble without succeeding? Perhaps this will put an end to all this folly.
If we are to believe the calling card that Lupin left for me in the basement at Buckingham, it would appear he accomplished his aim, although he didn't specify what that was. Furthermore, he seems determined to bring this whole enterprise to completion and commit his last theft tonight. If he succeeds, we will have lost a fifth battle, and with it, the war. National humiliation is in the offing. Our Waterloo.
Holmes, how can you be so defeatist? You haven't clearly explained how Lupin managed to escape from the Queen's bedchamber and the palace, but he seems to have had a fair bit of luck yet again. It can't last forever. In addition, we are English and must claim what is rightfully ours.
Well put, Dr. Watson. As courageous as he is, I assure you he took nothing from his quick pass through the Queen's bedchamber. Either way, there was nothing to take. The bedchamber, like Her Majesty's lavatory, are models of austerity. As for the crown jewels and other adornments, they can be found in a steel cage at the other end of London. Lupin is nothing but a braggart, a trite cat burglar who got incredibly lucky and will soon find himself shackled at the ankles and wrists in one of the dankest cells at Dartmoor. Tell me, Dr. Watson, What do these phrases mean, and where must we go in order to put an end to this masquerade?
Well, where else would they go to make life incredibly miserable for us? One last time. Answer. Find it again. Yes. Welcome back to the map screen. There it is.
Perhaps here, at the Tower of London.
My dear Watson,
I should point out, Doctor, that Lupin has already been there.
That's true. But the message in the card... I've got it! He entered by dint of a clock in a great palace of stone. He is going to a location that is a bit of both. A great clock made out of stone. Big Ben!
My word, Dr. Watson, you are correct. I will immediately summon all of London's police force in order to set a trap around Big Ben. You are both to join me in an hour. Tonight will be a big night, my fellow compatriots. A night for victory over the French, who are...
Ah, Holmes, I no longer feel tired all of a sudden. The prospect of Lupin's capture has ignited me. Indeed, I have the wherewithal too. I caught you unawares on the last riddle, didn't I, Holmes? Well, Holmes...
Quite true, Watson, quite true.
I will have Mrs. Hudson prepare us a little refreshment that will tide us through the night. It promises to be long and exciting. Meeting the Prime Minister at Big Ben. I am sure that...
You will have to give my apologies to the Prime Minister, as I won't be joining you this evening.
But Holmes, tonight we are going to catch the most notorious thief in all of Europe. We will win the final victory, the one which will win the war. We will reclaim England's honour and without fail get our hands back on the Fighting Temeraire, the Six Ravens and the Rosetta Stone. You would miss all?
These last few days have been trying, Watson. In any event, what purpose would I serve? You're the one who solved the riddle of the card, correct?
Enough, Holmes. When you aren't in the limelight, you behave like a selfish boor. A vexation, and you act like a spoilt child. In that case, I will go alone to catch Lupin, and I swear I will not record this installment of your adventures. You are pitiful.
My dear Watson was, unwittingly, very close to the truth. I believe it is indeed the Tower of London where Lupin will go tonight. Let's go see.
Alright, welcome back to the most annoying place in the world, the Tower of London. Meanwhile...
Here, we are in place. Inspector, have you checked the plan?
Affirmative, Prime Minister. Half of Scotland Yard is in the building. The other half is spread out over the vicinity with mobile patrols. No one can pass unseen.
Perfect, gentlemen. There's nothing else to do but wait.
This will be our revenge.
The merit belongs to you, dear Doctor. You will have the honor of bringing the news of our triumph to Her Majesty.
Thank you. But we cannot forget Holmes, who...
By the by, where is he?
He preferred to remain at Baker Street. I think he is somewhat vexed that I was able to resolve the affair without him.
We wouldn't be mollycoddling Holmes.
Too bad for him. He'll learn of Lupin's capture through the papers.
Or not.
The name Schick is inscribed on his uniform, and to judge by his glossy moustache, he takes good care of himself. If I'm mistaken, I'll be the only one to know. However, if I am correct, Lupin has very little lead on me, and will remain unaware of my presence here.
I hear rain, but I don't see the rain on the game. And I wonder why. Oh, well. So, I'm going to check the time to see how we're doing on this episode. Yeah, I hope we've gone for a long time, because then we can split this into 2 parts. But if not, we'll keep going. Gotta go for 10 more minutes for this episode, and then, I guess we'll have 1 more, and then we'll be done with the game. How about that? So, let's see here. Well, let's go forward, I guess. Wait, no, that's not right. Just to check. Okay, so, I don't really feel like walking, but let's see here. What to do? By the way, it points out that we have matches, so that will be useful for later. There was something by the warden. I knew it. Good thing I check now. There we go.
There, some cartridges are intact. This sidearm was submerged in water and is unusable.
Oh, well. So you already clicked on him once, so... Alright. So, let's begin the jumpiness. Let's not jump elsewhere. Let's go to the weapons room. Once I remember where the weapons room is. Storeroom, Queen's House, Tower Green, Roman, Hospital Block. Uh-oh, where's the weapons room? Uh-oh, I don't remember where the weapons room is. That's not on the list. Oh well, let's just do the walk-ins. Maybe we'll find the weapons room. Wait, are you the weapons room?
Closed.
No, it's closed. What is this room? R. That is the weapons room. Huh. Well, how about that? Okay. Let's keep going. Yay, memories of walk-ins. Wait, whoa, I see a line. What's that? It's a rope.
Lupin must have installed this rope in order to take the maximum number of objects out of the Tower of London without having to transport them. Think, if I want to catch Lupin and be assured that he hasn't been able to remove the jewels before that time, I must prevent him from using this rope without him noticing.
Alright, so, what we do here... We need to jump... We're gonna finally start jumping to the scaffold site, which... is... here.
He's alive and doesn't seem hurt. This man was certainly put to sleep by a strong sedative. There is no longer any doubt. Lupin is here, and there's no question what he has come to steal. What is his plan? I must find Chief Warder Smith and inform him as soon as possible.
Alright, so... I guess by clicking on that guy with the hand, it messed up the, what was supposed to happen. Yeah, that cutscene didn't play. Well, we're here now, so what to do? Let's see. Oh, I hope that's not... Oh, hello. Who are you?
This warder is asleep. The name embroidered on his uniform indicates that he is Kirkpatrick. There is something here.
What is it? Sorry about the delay. Had to go check the phone.
There seems to be a little bit of green paint on the right hand.
Anything else? Doesn't look like it.
This warder is asleep. The name embroidered on his uniform indicates that he is Kirkpatrick.
So, nothing. What should do now? So, where is the storeroom? Can I jump to... I just want to jump to the storeroom. Can I jump to the storeroom? Yes, I can. It says walk to... Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. What's this?
It's Chief Warder Smith's hat.
Thank you, Holmes. Now let's go in here.
Closed.
Closed? What do you mean closed? Oh well. I was supposed to note something here, somewhere. Yes, these.
Someone was dragged to the door of the storeroom. The rain hasn't yet removed the prints. Thus, they must be quite recent.
Oh my gosh, hang on. It's probably too late for us to make much difference, but when I paused real quick against the phone, I noticed that some of the fancy graphics settings have been turned off, so I turned those back on. Maybe they'll be nice for however much time we have left in this game. Heck if I know. Anyway. Let's see here. Where are we going? Did that. Can we go in here? I doubt it, but let's just try. I can, but there's no point in being here, is there? Let's look.
Open.
Yes, we gotta take this.
This may prove to be useful.
And this.
I'm taking whatever might be useful. The time is pressing, and Lupin isn't far.
No, he is not.
I'm taking whatever might be useful.
Let's see if there's anything else of use here. Like this.
This may prove to be useful.
Go into first person mode. Just make sure I grab everything, because if I can help it, I'd like to not return here. Ever. Looks like we're good, so where to? I guess to the dormitory. House, storeroom, scaffold site, that place. This can't be right. Not that either. This looks like the closest place to get to the dormitory. Yep, because there it is right here. Wait, no, that's the storeroom. Where the heck is the dormitory? Rotates. Rotating. Doors. To the dormitory. Hang on, who are you?
How are you, Warder?
Hickman.
Are you injured?
No, but I have a headache. I feel sleepy.
Wake up. Where's Chief Warder Smith?
He left with the doctor into the storeroom.
The storeroom is locked. Who possesses a key?
Smith and the cook, but he is out.
Who else? Speak, Warder.
Fatty Johnson, in his locker, a duplicate which he stole.
Well, you've been useless.
I must leave. Bide your time until I return.
Alrighty. Into the dormitory. What do we have to get besides the key?
This may prove to be useful.
Yes, keys always prove to be useful, Holmes.
Certainly a gift for a child. Roller skates.
You gonna take him, Holmes?
Certainly a gift for a child. Roller skates.
Anything else of interest? Maybe in here? Yes.
Two hot air balloons in solidarity. The inertia of such a ship necessitates particularly precise and stable flight conditions.
This is a note. Already read it. Why are you carrying this around? Who knows? What else we got here? Ah, hello.
This lamp has a funny shape. I am taking it.
'Cause we can.
Certainly a gift for a child. Roller skates.
Can't take roller skates, so well.
This bed is dusty and must not have been occupied for quite some time.
Apparently, so nothing of use there. Looks like that's all. Let's rotate a bit. Yep, there's one more thing. And it's just the thing explaining how the metric system works. I think that's been enough time. That's all for this get out of there. This episode. Next time, which will probably be the finale, we will take care of more wonderful things.
Closed.
See you guys then. Welcome back to, hopefully, fingers crossed, the final episode of Sherlock Holmes vs. Arsene Lupin. If that's the case, I will be greatly appreciative because that means I don't have to worry about not having this game finished over the summer, and also, a plus, I can work on adding more content. Maybe get one more Let's Play out before I can't record anymore. We'll have to see. It'll have to be a short one though, because I don't have terribly much time left alone. So, we are here at the dormitory, and we're about to break into this room right here using the key. And what we find here, we find, there should be, I think, if memory serves, there should be,
It must be the guard's cloakroom.
not that, but I was expecting this. Meanwhile,
Lupin is certainly making us wait. It's already been 4 hours that...
Enough, Lestrade, enough. I know how to count.
Listen. Shh.
What?
I hear a noise. Like a motor. A small motor.
Well, you have a good ear, because I don't hear anything with this cursed tick-tock.
Shh. Keep quiet. There is a strange noise, I tell you.
It's true. It's behind the door. Quick, Lestrade, it's him.
It's Lupin. What can he be up to?
Watch out! I'm going to open the door. I'll see...
So, Inspector?
What are you doing? Wake up, you lot of bunglers! It was nothing, just the snores of the men on duty.
Bravo, Lestrade. You keep your men in line.
You ought to congratulate Dr. Watson. A bit more and it would have been the longest police hideout of all time.
Calm, gentlemen. Calm. Lupin won't be long now.
yeah, if you can keep telling yourself that, Lupin's never showing up. Meanwhile, back at the game. Oh, gosh. I think I remember this place. Wait, what's this?
This is, without a doubt, a freshly combed moustache hair.
Lupin, I'll bet. A little vain, aren't you? I wouldn't be this vain if I was about to try and commit the crime of the century, or whatever. Anyway. So, let's see. It says, look at... what's this, actually? Sergeant, I'm leaving this to ask you if you wouldn't want to change lockers with me. Okay, and we also have this right here. The guards rotation for the month. And it opens a puzzle. Interesting how it does it on the map screen. So, let's just go ahead and put the lockers together. Alright, so let's begin with number 1. Which is... no, sorry, not dragons. Oh, Shia. Followed by Willoughby, Moore, Hickman, Bell, Schick. What kind of name is that? Well, this is England, so oh well. Johnson, Summerby. Jesus, there's lovely names. Jones, there's a normal name finally. Law. Okay, I guess they keep the law, the book of the law in that one. Mortson. Styles. Kirkpatrick. March of the Surviving Youth. Ludlow and Flint.
Elementary.
Now what? Number 13. Am I supposed to do something in game? Besides watch these little check marks rotate. That's kind of a cool detail. Well, hopefully... Does this mean you just go... Looks like
This door is solid. The lock is rather ancient, and each locker has a different lock. If I want to open one in particular, the chance of finding a key within a reasonable amount of time is almost null. I will have to use force. Blow up the lock, perhaps?
Yes, let's blow up a lock. That won't attract attention. Hang on. It says go to the cook's apartment. Oh, we were already there, so we're ahead. So... let's build a bomb. Alright, so it says here in the inventory... hang on. There it is. Put the nutcracker and cartridges to get gunpowder. Alright, we got that. Gunpowder and strength. And... hang on, I messed this up once, I'm doing it again. Let's place on the lock, it says.
I will have enough gunpowder to blast open one locker. I must be sure of which one.
Wait, what?
This door is solid. This door is solid.
I get it, I get it, I get it. I didn't read what did he say? Oh, matches, okay. I was looking down and so I didn't hear him. Wasn't paying attention. Alright, so what's inside?
Open.
What the heck is this?
This haggis is fresh and supple. Perhaps it is meant for the cook in order to prepare a special dish. Not appetizing, but I'm taking it regardless.
And a key!
This must be the key to the storeroom.
To the... I can just walk there, so I'm not gonna bother trying to jump. Yeah, right? Come on. Come on, move it. What was that right there? Like a little thing popped up all of a sudden. Is this the way to the storeroom, right? Please tell me it is. Yep, there it is over there. Come on, come on, come on.
Closed.
Oh, right. Use the key. Use the key. And something here. Nope. Okay. So why we need to be in storeroom? Well, it's because there's a dude locked in
Smith
there.
looks to be unconscious. Is there a chance of waking him up?
Maybe can we go in here? No, we can't. Wait, hang on.
The lock of the grill has been changed, and I can no longer open it.
Well, dang it! Well, I guess there's one thing we can do. Hang on. Go in the first person, because it'd be a little easier to find this way. Is that here? Game said look for a bucket. Water. There's a bucket right there, but, no, that can't be right. There it is.
Water.
Move forward a little, thank you.
That's it. Hickman fell asleep quite gradually, probably under the effect of a strong narcotic. The prints on the ground in front of the storeroom made me think that Smith was knocked out and not drugged. Thus, only a bit of cold water was necessary to awaken him. Smith, wake up. Do you hear me, Smith? It's Holmes.
My head. What's going on? What am I doing here? Mr. Holmes? Where is the doctor?
Listen, Smith, pull yourselves together and come here. Can you open this grill?
My keychain has disappeared. No, I can't open it. After you came through the other day, the cook insisted on changing the lock. It now needs a key.
Fine. In that case, I'll need your help. We'll need to find a way to get you out of there. Foremost, you must precisely recount the events of the night. And who is the doctor you speak of?
Well, early in the afternoon, the few men who were still present in the rampart were taken sick with awful stomachaches. Must have been something in yesterday's meal. I don't digest tomatoes well, so I didn't eat, and I felt fine. Our usual doctor was absent, so I had to call a doctor in the area, Dr. Arsene. He hasn't been around for long, but I've heard good things about him. In examining the first man, he appeared alarmed and insisted on treating them with injections. We checked on all of the guards and he treated them all. The last to be treated was Hickman. The doctor was vexed as he didn't have enough medication to administer a full dose, but he assured me it would be enough. Afterwards, he asked if we had seen all of the men in the garrison, which was affirmative. He asked me to accompany him to the postern, and I had hardly turned when I felt a sharp pain at the base of my head. I don't remember anything else.
Well, isn't that just peachy? Well, the answer is obviously Arsene Lupin.
I am beginning to see. What medication did he administer?
I really don't know. An empty vial fell into a puddle, and I picked it up.
The label is damaged and the water would have washed out any remaining substance. Impossible to tell what it held.
But what are you doing here? Can you explain what's going on?
I assume that the guards who are watching the crown jewels were also attended to.
Yes, and the only key leading to that room is on my chain.
I must help you out of here. Is there another key to this grill?
The cook has one, but he's out. However, I think I had a spare key to the guardroom maid, and it wasn't on my chain. You might just find something there that will get me out of here, or capture the person responsible for all of this.
Alright, so you got a key and a bottle of Wajamahuzis. Aha! Okay, it's just a form's flask. So, let us jump to the... I guess this place, the Ivory Tower. Because we need to go to the weapons room. And this is the closest place that I can think of to it. The guide says something else, but there's nothing by that name here. I'm assuming this walkthrough is made for the original version of the game, and I'm playing the remastered edition. And boy, am I glad I am, because I don't think I can stand the first-personness for the entire game.
Closed.
What do you mean closed? Ugh. Open sesame! And now we have our jump point again. Thank goodness. So, we made it to the weapons room. And let's see here. Let's go over here. Go in the store. Again. Take the key.
Look, this warder must have lost this key in falling. What could it be for?
I don't know, a door maybe?
If I am to believe the tag on his uniform, this warder is called Summerby. Apparently he was also taken care of by the doctor, Dr. Lupin.
Dr. Lupin. Never go to him.
It's the door of the Queen's Jewel House, and it is quite solid. Was that the sound of a saw from behind the door? Lupin could be finished in his work any moment. I must make haste.
Alrighty. So, let me see here. Game says, in my game I mean my walkthrough. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff we need to go grab around here now to begin the final
This serves
scrap.
to store the exact quantity of powder necessary to load the cannon.
See, not that. Over here! Yes, many many lovely things.
Small, dry pieces of wood.
And nothing here.
This liquid has a strong smell. Certainly a petrol derivative to lubricate or clean metal. There isn't much left, just enough to moisten a rag.
Alright,
Perhaps
what do we
I'd be
have
able
here?
to find something useful in this case, but it is locked.
Oh, the grief! Open it, please.
This may prove to be useful.
And?
This may prove to be useful.
And? That's all. Haha, that's kind of funny, doing that. Alrighty, so. Alright, let's see here.
Magnificent articulated armor.
I don't care. Let's see, is there anything else? Let's just check. Oh, I missed something right here.
This dish is empty, but might work.
Oh, there's what I wanted.
This helmet stand is quite singular, sturdy and very light.
I don't know why the match is equipped it. Maybe a key I hit by accident when I was trying to hit space did it. I think that's everything, so let's stop wasting our time going zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. I am Sherlock Holmes. What? Whoa. Camera kind of spazzed out right there. Alrighty, so do we have everything we need? That's a lot of junk, so I'm gonna assume yes. Alright. Oh wait, no, not in here, to the cannon at the back wall.
A small navy cannon.
Alright, so let's see here. Oh, we need to go to the storeroom. Alright, take your file, you old man.
Take this file, it's all that I could find. Is there any way to enter the jewel house without a key?
No, not without a cannon at least.
In that case, I'll have to find one.
You are kidding, I'm sure.
I would not trifle with such a serious matter as this.
The munitions are found in the armory, at the top of the staircase heading to the White Tower, the central tower. Apart from the one on my keychain, the other key is found in one of the service buildings, and it will be far too complicated to tell you how to locate it.
Pray, release yourself as quickly as possible. Go find the key and open the door of the armory for me. I will join you there. Is that your scarf over there? Can you please pass it to me?
My daughter just finished knitting it.
She should start knitting another, because before entering the jewel house, I must block Lupin's retreat.
Alrighty, so. Alright, so it looks like it's time to begin building the hot air balloon to block Lupin's retreat, so here we are here. Actually, I probably could have jumped to a closer location, but I decided not to, for I don't know why. So, let us walk to the edge of the world as we know it. Yeah, I probably should have jumped to the weapons room, but oh well. Now we just get to walk all day. Stop! Alright, here we are. Right under the rope. So, let us build a hot air balloon. How we build hot air balloon? So, in the inventory, I want to combine the helmet stand. Where is the helmet stand? With... Need to do helmet stand with the haggis.
I found it. I will make 2 hot air balloons.
I must burn the rope that Lupin strung between the jewel house and the exterior. Otherwise, he will escape that way. Quickly, time is pressing.
Now the lampshade with the wax doily. That's 2. Now combine the dish with the string. And the cake. Oh, that's there's 2. I did the cake mold by accident first. Combine the bowl with the string with the hot air balloon. Bowl with hot string. That one apparently, and then this one.
Now
that
I must
one.
find some fuel for my hot air balloons.
How about some wood? Perfect. And is that all? Oh, we need to use the oil. Okay. Now that that is done, use the oil. Use the scarf on each. And combine the 2 hot air balloons.
I must release my hot air balloons in precise order.
Alright, so let's see. Can we do it now? Looks like we
I
can.
must burn the rope that Lupin strung between the jewel house and the exterior. Otherwise, he will escape that way. Quickly, time is pressing. I will ignite my balloons as soon as I release them. Watch out, they're off.
There they go.
The rope must have been somewhat damaged to no longer be able to support a heavy load. Let's see if Smith has been able to get out and find the key to the arsenal.
Alright, so jump to the central place, the White Tower. Ah, here he is.
I've been working as quickly as I could, but my old arms have been shaking like leaves with the effort.
While I'm taking care of the robber, we'll need to get to the base of Big Ben in order to find one of the officers thereabouts, because I don't think you'll find another in the whole of London.
But what
and most certainly found all of the parts of the puzzle, down to the smallest detail. And I can't but congratulate you on your performance. I am a gentleman, Mr. Holmes, and even if I didn't always show good sportsmanship during this adventure, my sense of honor obliges me to acknowledge your victory tonight. As someone who never knew defeat before meeting you, I would like to express my admiration and how honored I am that you not only played this game with me, but won also.
You should, Monsieur Lupin, understand that I share your admiration and know that if you're giving me the honor of the victory tonight, it was yours the last 4 times.
Your intelligence has no equal apart from your sense of chivalry, Mr. Holmes. You know as well as I do, those were but a few minor obstructions, and whoever wins the final battle takes the war.
Despite everything, our camp suffered some losses, the gravity of which could have been fatal if they had been made public. No one, myself included, would have come out of a Pyrrhic victory unscathed.
I betrayed myself by doing anything that could have harmed your reputation. I am duty-bound to you, Mr. Holmes, and I will accept your conditions, even if they dishonor me, as long as they don't dishonor my country.
You managed, thanks to your remarkable intelligence, to deny me any margin of maneuverability to decide in advance should we find ourselves in the situation in which we are. It was a chess match, and there is nothing remaining on the table but the 2 kings. This is a classic stalemate, wouldn't you agree?
You will find at this address a master's painting, a great rock, and a few birds. As for what Her Majesty wished for me, I had no choice but to give it to her at that very instant. Once again, I am at a loss for words to express the pleasure that I took from this adventure with you. Even if it costs me, I promise on my honor that I will never publicize the account of what took place.
We shall not meet again, my friend, but know that during the past few days, your presence in our soil did as much honor to your country as ours. Safe journey, Monsieur Lupin.
What? You'll let him leave like that?
What choice did I have, Watson? Look at the whole picture. Lupin's real intent was to steal the crown jewels. The goal of all the other thefts was to provide a sort of insurance in the case of failure, and above all to ensure the services of a plethora of accomplices. Us.
Us? Accomplices? I admit that I was fooled once, but I didn't steal anything.
From the moment we read Lupin's first letter, we became his accomplices. In fact, by having us play his game, Lupin was conditioning us. After the first theft, he left clues leading us to the second, from the second to the third. So well that as the second to last theft, we were convinced that Lupin's final target would be Big Ben. Lupin knew that the authorities, headed by the Prime Minister himself, would align themselves with the only person who could sort out Lupin's schemes as they happened. Myself. Therefore, in controlling me, he was controlling all of London's police force, and he nearly succeeded.
Then why not simply steal the jewels to begin with? Why this whole masquerade?
I've just explained it, Watson. In order to steal the crown jewels, Lupin had to accomplish certain preliminaries. In the first place, he had to be assured that the garrison would be only minimally guarded on the night of the theft. Therefore, he started using a disguise, of course, by getting rid of the garrison's usual doctor, by giving him a free trip to the continent. He also befriended the cook under another identity, while the cook was out on the town. Thus, he was able to suggest a specific recipe for a specific date, the eve of the jewel theft. Then he went to nab the ravens. The effects of this theft permitted him to first create an inauspicious event that forced a reduction in the size of the garrison so that the news wouldn't spread. Second, to have access to the storeroom in order to poison the tomatoes that were going to be used in the recipe that he gave to the cook. Third, to pose as Paul Sirneam, that doctor who would be called in the case of emergency. Fourth, given that a theft had already taken place at the Tower of London, we would have had to have bats in the belfry to think that there would be another. Lupin also needed to get the police out of the area, which happened as I already explained.
I understand, but what of the other thefts?
A part of the process of conditioning, they caused us to put little weight on the theft in the Tower of London. If that had been the only prelude, we would have taken more time to ponder the clues and find Lupin's true intentions. Yet this time he didn't leave it up to us. And so, like I told you, these thefts were his insurance. Lupin had beaten us 4 times on the battlefield of English honor, such as he had suggested to us in his letter. Our pride in not bringing our defeats public was our sin, and it made us prisoners of his game. If he had proven beaten, he could have profited from the restitution of the objects, the price of his silence regarding our failures, and the true value of our police. A discreet release was a small price to pay with regards to an affront of international scope. Do not forget that the Queen herself is implicated.
Indeed. It is, moreover, a matter of conscience for me. When I write this adventure, I do not think I...
But there's no question, Watson. You cannot write about it. You promised before God that you wouldn't.
But, Holmes...
Your word is your bond. In any case, you wouldn't want to relate the ignoble theft that you committed. That of my Order of the Legion of Honor.
Holmes, you know that.
It's in the past, Watson. It's in the past. Incidentally, a young woman came by to return it a few moments ago. She wanted to deliver it to you directly. She seemed to know you well. A young woman who can be found at the Golden Lion, am I right? She doesn't seem like your usual client, unless, of course, you were the client in this case. What do you say, Watson?
I say that was Sherlock Holmes versus Arsene Lupin. I suppose I should put remastered in the titles of the videos, but that means I have to go through and change all other 11 episodes which are already uploaded and scheduled for release in 2 months. So, I'm gonna say forget it. I'll just leave it as titled. So, now we just watch the insufferably slow credits, as I say. I really enjoyed playing this game. And, completing it in a rather timely manner. This is episode 13, I believe. Well, it's gonna be titled the finale, but I think we did in 13 episodes. 14 if I decide to be a jerk and divide this recording session up. Which I might do. We'll have to see how I feel. Yeah. So, coming up next, probably, well, I can't say probably. It means I have to figure out what is next. Because this is going to be out before, this is going to be complete before June is over. So I've got 2 months of content yet to figure out how to fill. Good goshness. That's going to be interesting. We'll probably take a week hiatus to give me time to figure out how. But, who knows what I'll do next. Probably not an adventure game because that would take a lot of recording time to complete. Because this game was over 10 hours long, I think. I don't know. So let's do a little bit of math. So each episode has been, give or take, 30 minutes. There are... Goodness, where's my calculator? Oh well, I'll use my cell phone. Okay, here. So, each episode is about 30 minutes. We have 13 episodes. So that's 390 minutes. Divide that by 60 minutes. You got... Okay, that's a lot shorter than I thought. We did in about roughly 6.5 hours. So how about that? 6.5 hours of content. So... I don't know what I'm gonna do next. Well, Plan B is actually next. You'll find out what Plan B is probably in a week or so. And then after that, I'll have to find... We'll probably should finish recording. Well, now this is I can throw all my focus in the game Plan B, like, more worked on, because it could use a few more episodes, and then maybe... I don't know what I'll do after that. I'm leaning towards playing Siberia, but, I don't know. That's another long game, and I don't think I can have it completed before... Heck, I haven't completed my own run yet, so there's that. Well, at long last, after several months of working on this project, I can successfully close this tab on my iPad, because I no longer need that walkthrough. Until I decide to come back and play this game again, which may very well happen one day. But for now, that is all for Sherlock Holmes vs. Arsene Lupin. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this Let's Play, be sure to leave a comment and a like down below, and subscribe for more videos. And I will see you in my emergency plan B.